Hello and welcome. Well, it is the aftermath of day number one. I do believe lots and lots of you went to the Lego store today. Let me know in the chat how you managed to get on and what it is you managed to pick up. So what we are going to try and achieve this evening is just to see what stock level is left at all of the different Lego websites around the world. We'll start off with the UK, we'll go to Australia, and then we'll go over to America as well, just to see what else is sold out and survived by 8 p.m. in the UK. Because, of course, well, it's been a bit chaotic for everybody, I do believe. I think there's a lot of different things going on with regards to people going to store, not getting what they wanted from store, and so on and so forth. And hopefully you're not too massively disappointed. So good evening to everybody that is in the chat. So good evening, Ultrabricks. Good evening, F1492. Good evening, 321. Hopefully everybody is good and everybody is okay. So yes, let us know what it is on the side, what you got. The Creel house was available in store. The giveaway, I don't think it was as much. So I'm sure there's some stories to be told from everybody as we go through. Scrap Daddy, good evening to you as well. So Ultrabrick says, the Creel house made a last-minute decision to grab it. Happy days. Did you manage to get the giveaway? To get this out of the way, did you guys and girls manage to get this today? Because this is the first set that is obviously on back order in the UK. It is on back order for 60 days. I might just bounce between all the websites for the same set rather than going over the same set individually. So we might do that. So we might see who's got what available. At the moment, obviously, this has gone back into a back order for 60 days. This was easily available with a giveaway purchase until we finished the stream last night at 20 past 1 in the morning. It was still available with a giveaway this morning, and it wasn't until I would say gone 11 a.m. this morning is when the giveaway finally disappeared. So I would say it was just gone 11 o'clock in the UK time, and the giveaway for this had disappeared. Now, I have actually, funny enough, heard mixed things about this now. Some people now think, after seeing it in store, the shopping street is better than what they first thought, and it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting one with regards to what you guys and girls think. But yeah, Scrap Daddy evening, everyone. Giveaway is going for £100 online at the moment. Yes, it is. Yeah, because the minifigures themselves are going for about £20. The set, you can always pick up the set. That's not a problem. But no, that giveaway just disappeared. It was on for a long time though. It just seems to be that, from what I've heard, and this is from a couple of different stores around sort of the country, they hadn't had the largest volume of giveaways behind the till. They had lots of sets in. I think they had up to 50 sets in certain stores. So if you did manage to get this one, then obviously congratulations to you. And you know what? I've gone through this photo so many times, and I've not actually noticed it doesn't have all the boards and stuff on the front of this one. So yeah, you can pick and choose if you have it boarded or not boarded. For whatever reason, I've always missed that photo unless they've added a new photo. It is the perfect 3-in-1 set. You can have it as a haunted house, Strange Things house, a modular house, whatever it is that you want to go with. But I don't know how it scales with everything else. Now we'll go over what giveaways are available first in the UK, and then we'll go through all of the other little bits and pieces. We're not in a rush this evening. I'm not doing any of the polls, so I can just chill out. We are literally doing the best of what is running, because they are 4 finalists basically from last night as a redo, but now they're just going to be on a lot longer. I think more importantly, is everybody happy with the year of the horse? Because I haven't got anything. I haven't gone shopping today. I didn't get anything online. I haven't gone to a store. I've not done anything yet. But if you have got the year of the horse, congratulations to you. I'm sure you are thrilled that you are getting a horse instead of the car with your Creel house. So waiting till later this year to get so the rocket is really nice, that one. So that's the one that expands and comes out. That's a really, really nice looking set. Scrap Ray says, I'm happy that I went with the shopping street. Yep, I've heard really good things about that shopping street. Now it's built up, and a lot of people have seen that in store. Cribs up tomorrow morning, as they were the closed day. They may have stock. Yeah, very true. I will be there tomorrow. That is where I'm going to be going. I'm going to go up to Cribs tomorrow, just the Ninjago stuff. So that's my plan of attack. I'm just going to go up there in the morning and just. I don't do it on day one. I always go on day two. So that's what I always do, and it is what it is for me. I don't mind too much. Not one for modular buildings, but the shopping street does look really nice. Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't think it was going to be as nice as what it is, and then it looked really, really very, very clean. So we'll be taking a look at that next. We'll do all the bigger sets, and then I'll go through the website and just see what's available. I might actually just stick to the UK website for now, and then I will probably bounce. I'll bounce between all of them because it might be a little bit easier. But yes, so if you have ordered bits and pieces or you have this in hand, I'm sure you are very, very excited to have the Year of the Horse. So that is something that is going to be coming. The other offers are still on the website that we saw yesterday. You have still got the vintage parade car. So they'll have sold loads of those because obviously it's anything over £180 apart from the Creel house. So they've got lots of these. They just didn't have enough of the other ones, and then you got the Duplo as well. So yeah, it's a fruity thing. But with the shopping street, that hasn't gone on back order yet, has it? I don't think. Has it gone on back order yet? I don't think it has. No. So that is still available, absolutely no problem in the UK. And it does look, in the photos built up from store, it does look very, very impressive indeed. Ultrabrick said, I should have the Creel giveaway, but I'm a bit nervous as I ordered it when it was 6-day back order. So yeah, it should be fine. It was there. And going by what they were doing in Australia, has it been processed within your order, Ultrabricks? Because as long as you can see it on the order, you should be absolutely living the dream with that. Ryan, good evening to you. I was thinking if you brought all 3 Willy Wonka sets, you could pay £5 for all the lumpers. Yeah, I can see. Do you mean £5 per lumper, or just £5 for all 6 lumpers? Scrap Lily got 2. Nice. I used to work at Hobbycraft just across from the mall. Happy days. Ryan says, I only see 2 Oompa Loompas on Fleabay, and they're £17 each from Germany. Not paying that for another 10. No, you're going to need a fair few of them, though, aren't you? UC says, I'm still waiting to see who gets the shopping street. Hopefully Argos or John Lewis, as they will discount it. Yeah, so we will know in maybe 8 to 12 weeks. That's normally the case because it usually takes about 6 months to hit the other retail shops, doesn't it? And then after that, it's okay. Sean, how are we? I won't go to store tomorrow because if I do, there'll be torrential rainstorms. But I think there's a snow and weather warning in place for Scotland. They've got 11 inches due, and then it's on its way this way. So we might have a slight dusting of coldness tomorrow, but that'll be about it. Right. Everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. Obviously, feel free to let us know what it is you are picking up. I am just going to get up the American website as well, and we can literally do a side-by-side comparison of all of the dip from bits and pieces. And we'll also get Australia up as well, because we do have people over in Australia that jumps in from time to time. So I have got all 3 of those websites up and running. So with the Creel house, just to catch up. So we're in America at the moment. I think they're good. You can still get it. It's just on back order. Giveaway has gone. So they've got the exact same giveaways as us. So that's going to take as long as it takes to come in. It's amazing though, isn't it? Because it's on a ship within 60 days, but it's still on a limit of 5. So was the UK 5 or 3? So the shopping street is a limit of 3, but what was the Creel house? I thought that was 3 as well. 3. How bizarre. So UK is 3, America is 5 for whatever reason. So it seems to be now it is slowly, because I haven't looked at the American website today with regards to their stock levels of everything that's sold out, shall I say. But you can see that they still have the same giveaways as us. Australia was still doing good. We're now in Australia. Has that gone now? No, they've still got it. gift with purchase for the Creel House is still available in Australia. So they've still got choices for the shuttle pod, and they still got the radio station. So you lot last night, and Jay included, were going on about how the Australians get screwed over. Well, clearly the Australians are better off than anybody. Still got this. So if you want to get your passport out and quickly fly over, it will be probably just as expensive to fly over to Australia as it will be to buy all the pieces for this individually. Jay, as you see, he's jumped in the comments. Well, today went well. That's a lie. What a day it was. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. So yeah, Sean, it will be bad weather if you move out your house tomorrow. 1492. Currently snowing. Can't wait to spend the morning shoveling and then the afternoon. Beautiful. Ryan, they are about £10 on Bricklink from Belgium plus postage costs. Oh, that's for the that's for the Oompa Loompas. Yeah, so we can have a look at Bricklink for you later on, Ryan. We can have a look for the Oompa Loompas. So Joker's on Marketplace asking for £70 upwards on the crew. Now, I think what's even more criminal is I saw today a upside down house for £750, not 650, 750 for a set that does not hold together fantastically well. They are pushing their luck with that. But yeah, this is what it is. It is available only in Australia. So they seem to be sitting on all of the giveaways at the moment. And of course, well, though we did have a couple of people that pop in from time to time that do have their own Bricklink stores. So you might get lucky and be able to get the minifigures directly from Australia if you ask them nicely. So you're going to have to start asking people and start speaking to each other if there's bits and pieces that you want. Now, what I did forget to mention at the start of the stream, we have got a final running for basically what is the best set ever. So we've got the big Rivendell, which has won everything. We've got the UCS Falcon and the Ninjago City that have always come in a close second. This is just staying up. The poll is just staying up. So we'll just see what that does between those four big behemoth sets. And we'll see what it is at the very, 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 very end. So yeah, like I said, what we'll do, we're going to bounce between all three sites, see the stuff that's sold out between all three. We know that the Ninjago stuff, because I was using it last night, sold out very, very, very quickly. 5 minutes for some of them. But then the UK, actually, the blacksmith went into a back order at about just before we shut the live stream down. So the shopping street is still absolutely fine in Australia. The America is still absolutely fine. I think every single person just wanted the Creel House today. I think everybody that went to store, I think everybody that just cross everything. I just hope people aren't going to be disappointed when they pick it up. But yeah, it is absolutely nuts and crazy with regards to the prices that some of these sets have gone for. It'll all start to come down. It'll start to come down with all the different bits and pieces. But the shopping street is still fine. All the giveaways are the same in the UK compared to America. It's just if you want the giveaway for the Stranger Things, you need to either know somebody in Australia or book a flight, bugger off, and go to what is now the world's largest Lego store and have a lovely, lovely time. So, what has disappeared? And we'll just literally go through little bit by little bit. Now, the Ninjago set was available, and it still is. See, I don't know who's got the old town. I'm definitely getting this. So this is my top priority for myself tomorrow when I go to store. I am hoping to be able to come away with this set. I don't know what it was like in any of the stores. So it just seems to be that everybody went in for one reason. The photos that I've seen from lots of different people, they weren't even shopping. They were literally just queuing up to get the bits and pieces. But then going by what Shibo was saying when he left a comment, apparently they were fighting over the boxes and the boxes had been thrown all over the place. So they just obviously opened the doors and everybody went running in. So pass. Jay says, seems it wasn't the story that, it was everywhere. Everywhere, every single store worldwide. This is because America were having queues out the door for ages. Obviously, the UK, I've seen Southampton, well, not Southampton, sorry, Milton Keynes and Cardiff. I saw people just queuing up all the way as far as you can think. I mean, you're looking at some places nearly 200 deep for a queue. It was available online at the time. So by the time the first people had actually got to the front door, obviously they would have got the set, but it would still, a lot of these sets were in the UK at least, were still available until the shop opened up. But it'd be very interesting to see from you, UC, with what's going on. Damn Creel House with giveaway is selling for 350 eBay sold filter. So yeah, if you're just selling it you've just gone in there to sell it as a pair, then you're going to profit from it. If you know, it's one of those things. You know the best place to go. Just go to Legoland Windsor. Go to the Legoland Park. They've got the biggest store apart from London in the UK. They have the biggest stockroom, and you can go in there without needing a park ticket. So it's not that bad, not that bad. So if the Legoland parks will still have these sets, all of them, and they are now, as of last year, obviously we're now in a new year, but as of last year, they were now doing giveaways and points because the Lego group have now rebought back over or more control, I do believe. Because it used to be a Merlin run thing, but now it is going back to a proper Lego store. So yeah, the Legoland place is the easiest place to go into and get it from. You could just rock up there tomorrow and just be like, thanks very much, not a problem. Problem is it'd be expensive. You've got to pay £10 or £12 to park. You don't have to necessarily buy a ticket. You can just get you pay and then you get your money back with a wristband. You got an hour and a half shopping or whatever it is. But all of the city, because if you think like what has actually sold out, and again, we're starting in the UK, you've got all these incredible Lego City sets. But it was only, as of last night, the airport and the other vehicle for the airport that went. So, yeah, there's a couple of ones. But yeah, Jay's saying much more queues compared to last January. It just seemed to be everybody was queuing up, but from what I've seen. It was just nuts. Absolutely nuts with the amount of people that were there. But hopefully everybody got what they wanted to pick up. I haven't seen at the moment anything sold out. What I would like to see is how far the DeLorean has now gone on back order and how empty some of the shelves are going to be. Some of the stores are, well, things the stores in the UK will get restocked quickly, as will the rest in Europe, because it's such a short flight to get the stock back over, and obviously the factories will just be working around the clock to churn them out. So you would imagine, because I saw a video of somebody going around, I don't know who it was, and it had the Black Pearl and the Enterprise on the shelf, and obviously that's still on back order. So you can still get some of these sets, okay, if you wanted to, but you have to go into store. So I'm just quite surprised, going by the videos, of how many people were queuing to how much stock is still available on the UK website. Because I would imagine the American website would have taken a harder hit because it's not as easy to get to those stores, and I don't think their distribution is as clean. So obviously I could be completely off the mark with that. But I think we know that the Creel House is gone. But I noticed this. Now, we were talking about this yesterday. So what's this on back order to? So 12th of January for the Lego van. So let me do a little bit of research in the back. So what is it? 60500. How did the Lego van hold up in the States? It's still available in America. And it is still, not so much in Australia. So Australia is 80-day back order. Americans, you can get this, not a problem. I don't know if your truck went into back order. I don't know if you're not getting this because I have no idea. And then you've got this. So that's the first big difference then between all three of the websites that we're using. Because of course the UK website, it'll be the same there or thereabouts for Germany, Poland, and all those places. It did stagger with regards to the Creel House because the Creel House in Germany was on back order by 1:30 in the morning, but it was still okay it was still okay for us in the UK. Right, let me catch back up with the chat. Yeah, Britlink is dangerous for your wallet. It is indeed 321. That is very, very true. Jay, in a positive, just uploaded my top 25 video. You'll never guess what my top 3 Lego set was of 2025. I wonder what your top Lego set was. It might have been a pub. I will be watching that. Jay is off for a bath. That is an image that everybody wanted on New Year's Day. Thank you very much indeed. So enjoy your bits and pieces floating about in the water. Jay, chocolate factory. Yes, Jay needs the chocolate factory. I do believe that is a very, very good shout. Super excited for the airport fire engine because of the steering mechanism that almost no city vehicles have. Yeah, so they have gone for much more playability with those ones now. And I think, well, we're getting to the vehicles now. Some of these have gone. Look, see, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. So we're having a conversation of this last night of this is the only thing. Isn't it amazing that everybody was saying, having the same idea of using this as their driving school, and all 3 of these have gone. So it says 60484. So in America, oh, there we go. I'm saying that the American website is going to get smashed. It's still available. So has Australia got that? 60484. So Australia, obviously, so Australia is still available. Just the UK that have sold out on this specific one. We were saying this yesterday that they look really, really tiny. It's the 5+ stuff. I like the boxes. Obviously, it's like a small funky type thing. I don't know if anybody has actually got this to hand and they built them yet, but it's just big elements, nice and simple, all prints, no stickers. But yeah, the fact that it's all 3 have gone on the Lego website, that's one of the things I did notice before. So yeah, all 3 of those. So I'll just check in the background what the others are doing. What is it? The construction loader, right? I do Lego rides. So in America, all 3 of those are fine. It's not just that one that's sold out. And in Australia, yeah, all 4 are there. So, sorry, of course, there's 4 of them, isn't there? So have all 4 gone in the UK? So we're back in it. We're back in the UK now. So 1, 2, 3. So there's just one more to be shown then. It's the fire. I wonder where that one's gone. The keyrings are fine. The time, because don't forget, you know what's going to happen tomorrow. They're going to release new sets on the website tomorrow. How are we, DJ? How is everything? Yeah, the little ride sets are really good value actually. They're not too bad at all. So Sean wants the chocolate factory for Jay. UC says, I think the Lego van is super cool. I want the fries van. Let me just get down ever so slightly so you can see some sets. I'll catch back up with the chat quick. So where are we? Fries van has a burger and donut. Yeah, so it'd be interesting what the fries van is doing elsewhere when we see the other one. 1492 said no, especially bad since I live in small town and no big city like what? Yeah, that's it. So where the closest Lego store for me, that I feel safe going to. Yeah, so fair enough. So you've got to use the actual website itself. In the US, yes, yeah, so it's $10 US. And obviously, because the pound's getting stronger and stronger against the dollar at the moment. And of course, your prices include tax, don't they? Whereas our price is the price. So yeah, you're starting to get more and more stung over in America for different bits and pieces. So the Lovebirds is 8th of January, 21365. America. Your Lovebirds are still $49.99, 21365. And we know that this was on a huge backer. So Australia, again, is on an 80-day back order. So maybe they don't just have as much stock, or it just takes longer for the stock to get over to Australia. But no, it seems to be at the moment, there's been no damage done to the American website on back order. So you guys go as if you wanted to order anything, you've got absolutely no problem. Your giveaways are there, and you can be living the dream. So that's quite surprising, actually. Right, still on the UK website. There's the GT40. That's all good. So again, over in the UK, the Technic sets go off into huge sales. Now we're starting to get into the Speed Champion stuff. Now I thought the Autumn Cottage would have done quite well. I would possibly see this going maybe double points soon. Well, when it goes into double points, I can see certain things just going on back order when it goes on to double points. And I think every single person has just focused on the same set. But this just one of those things I can see people going, oh, I quite like the look of that. And obviously it's all interchangeable and everything else. And it's just even if it's just for parts usage, not necessarily the set itself. But I thought with all of the other sets that have gone on back order, I thought, well, if all the art stuff is going, you would have thought that this might have, but no, that is still easily available for everybody. Yeah, it'd be times 4 points. Well, the Willy Wonka, we've got to wait for Wonka to come back in for times 4 points, because Wonka is obviously gone everywhere apart from the UK, and it didn't go on times 4, but the reason why I'm going to have to go back through the other websites is that I know that the GT, so the Bugatti, for example, for the Speed Champions, if I go over to Australia, we know from yesterday that Lightning McQueen, all of them are on back order, as is this thing. I think this is on another 80-day. So the Bugatti is on an 80-day. What's the American stuff doing? So Speed Champion cars in the States, it's the newest. Nope. No. So the movie stuff must have. Yes. Right. At least the same 3 cars have gone across the board for that. So we'll check the dates out of all 3 of those when I actually get to the next one. Because Lightning McQueen went within minutes. So that's one of the first things to sell out over on this way. The Star Wars stuff, as you can see, that's still available, and this is obviously in the UK. So these 2 sets that are just here, and then you've got the new McLaren W1. So if you're a Speed Champions fan, again, probably the best place to get these from is Smiths. So it's just an easier place. Black Pearl is now January 26th, shipped by Dub. Fair enough. Yeah, because the Black Pearl went on such a big back. I think they've caught up in the UK. Gringotts is still the one that people's waiting for. So the Rocket, obviously we've spoken about that. That's still fine. Hagrid's is good. I've seen some people sent me photos of their Harry Potter hauls. Very, very impressive indeed. Not too sure how many people are going to get this. I can't see this doing very well, but it might. I can't see it doing very well, but it could do. I think we can all agree it's slightly bizarre thing. Right, next thing, coming in some of the Ninjago bits and pieces. So the Dragons are available, the Bugatti Hyper Pure Sport's still there, the mechs, all of that's still here. Again, this is just the UK stuff. Tiger Shark, Coast Guard, all the mechs. Now we're getting into stuff that is on back order. So the 8080 is on back order in the UK. It's got a little bit further. I think that was January yesterday, so it's obviously moved. It's obviously moved a little bit. The 8080 over in the States. Where are you? Nope. So America's still available. Gingerbread's still on back order though. So the gingerbread's still on a 60-day back order. The gingerbread was just almost impossible to get hold of. Impossible to get hold of. And then over in Australia, out of stock. And is that bizarre? Because I know the different prices, which people couldn't quite get their head around. But how is it our pricing for the 2 that we've got in the UK are different? The pricing in America is different. but the pricing over in I know why the pricing. Yeah, I know what they're doing. I can see what they're. So the pricing's the same in Australia, but the pricing is different in the States. And that's obviously clearly why. So they are going to have to start doing that kind of thing now to you guys and girls over in America. So we are moving on to the cherry blossom. 60 days in the UK for the cherry blossom. Good evening, everybody. How are we? Where are we? Yo, happy New Year. Did you get any of the BAM minifigures? Did anybody get any of the Builder minifigure stuff from Ninjago? It's on my list tomorrow. I will be getting all of those. So in case you are wondering what I'm going on about, because obviously we're just going through everything. It's what we found. Well, I say what we found. We knew it was there. There's 7 of them. If I can find them. Shut that down. Brick Fanatics want to help me out? I think it was Brick Fanatics. It was on yesterday. Yes. So the Builder minifigures for Ninjago are these. So just soak these in, because at the moment you can't get them anywhere else. You can only get them online. So I've got to try and pick these up tomorrow. Hey, I got it on. That's fantastic. So it'll turn up. Don't worry. Well, at least you have to wait 60 days. I suppose, don't forget, today is obviously technically a bank holiday, isn't it? So that you might find you'll get a notification from tomorrow onwards, because years gone by, they have sent them out a little bit early, and DPDs delivered them early. But now as of tomorrow, it should all start going back to normal with the delivery services. So you should be fine. You should be absolutely fine. So yeah, it should be good. It should be good. But yeah, these, if you want them, obviously there's history behind all of them. I think it's pretty cool is her, because of course that's her outfit from the flashback episodes when she's at school, and then you got the episode of him with his pie when those two meet each other. Then you got Tiny Lloyd, who was a bit of a idiot. I didn't ever recognize her in that outfit, and then you've got the others as well. So yeah, so they're there if you want them. If you don't want them, you don't want them. It doesn't really matter where. So I will pick all of those up, because it's just nice to have. Because I picked up the last batch of Ninjago characters when the City Markets came out. So I managed to get all of those, because it was the ninjas that were managed to get. But the Cherry Blossom is 60 day in the UK. In America, all good. And Australia, I know it's out of stock. So, yeah, hang on, Cherry Blossom, 80 days. So you've got 80 days in Australia, no delay in America, and then you've got 60 days back order for the UK. So obviously certain things are selling very, very well in certain places, and not so much. Yeah, the Dareth is always strong value as well, isn't it? Just chatting with someone selling the Creel giveaway for £100. Sean, I'm sure that conversation is going to go far. So DJ, congratulations for you for getting that set, because obviously you did it on pre-order. You did the right thing. You're not going to have to worry, because it would suck being such a long delivery. Is the A-Team van speed jumping back order? I'm not too sure if it is, Tim. When we get there, we'll have a look and see if the A-Team van, if there is actually, all jokes aside, if you actually want an A-Team van, there is one available. Oh, I'll show you. I will show you. Open up a different tab, or open up my 30th tab. Where is it? Right. So, Knight Rider. There is an A-Team one. You've got Teen Titans, Time Travel Pack, Harry Potter, Bane, Beetlejuice, Batman. There it is. There we go. So if you want yourself a A-Team van with Mr. T, official Lego product, you can go and get yourself one of those, Tim, if you want to, because That's going to be the closest you're going to get, I think, for a while with regards to the 18 stuff. But yeah, if you didn't realize that was a set, yeah, the dimensions, it was a weird and wonderful line where they had all sorts of different bits and pieces in it. Right, carrying on. What else has disappeared for people? Obviously, Willy Wonka is going to be something that we desperately need to look at in the UK because we've got to keep our eyes peeled for that, because I know there's a lot of people in the chat that want that in their collection. I am quite surprised that there's a lot of city stuff still available. But what I was saying is tomorrow, if I do a live stream tomorrow, the topic of conversation will be the sets that are going to be released in February, because that's what happened. That's what happens every year. So the 2nd of February, they will put out on their website even more sets that are be coming in Feb. So it's just relentless. The cheese. 8th. I won't check that on everywhere else because that's just a different. That's not a new thing, is it? But that is retiring. That is retiring soon. Yay! You got the Creel House. Congratulations, 7456. Did you manage to get it with or without the giveaway? Not that it really matters too much. As long as you bagged yourself one, then congratulations. That's fantastic. If you guys and girls are from Australia, you can still get the giveaway with the Creel House. America, it's disappeared. The UK and the rest of Europe, it's disappeared as well. So my target set, because I can get this from multiple places tomorrow. So I've got a bit of a plan. If it goes from the Lego store, I can go to 2 or 3 other places and actually pick this up from. This sold out within 5 to 10 minutes on the UK website last night. And by the sounds of it, in America, people are going balmy for it in store, from what I can gather. But let's have a look. What's the SKU code for that? 71866. 71866. So over in the States, so I see, and I know in America, in Australia, 71866 is exactly the same. So across the world, okay, that's different. Something's happened with that because it's now saying it's coming soon. So it must have gone to an 80-day back order then. Why has it done that for? Let's just click off that and click back on, because it's. Oh, they've taken it off. It must have gone into such a big back order, rather than saying it's selling out, it just says coming soon. Never seen that before, because yesterday this was the first thing to go, and this was on 60, and then we know it goes up to 80 days. And then after 80 days, it normally says temporary sold out, but it's 60 days in America, and it is 60 days in the UK currently. And don't forget, this was on a pre-order as well. So I'm assuming what's happened is in Australia, it's gone past the 80-day mark. And rather than people think that when it sells out, they've just said coming soon. So yeah, 60 days in America, 60 days in the UK. Don't forget, Australia with their time zone is ahead of us, which is massively ahead of America. But Australia now, this just says coming soon. I'm assuming it's been past like a 80-day, but their blacksmith has now gone into a back order as well. So we will be checking. I'm just doing this in order, so it's just lucky dip of what it is. So I think we're in close to all of the Ninjago stuff. So the blacksmith is going to be coming up for the UK website. So right, let's have a look as we come down. Well, I say that, clearly it's not, which isn't exactly helpful. Have I not put it to newest? I have, yeah. So why isn't it all together then? Right, so the Fun Indoor Play, if you care about that thing, the 3-in-1, that's all still there. I don't understand why they've mixed up the pre-orders and the back orders with the add to bags, because the one thing that they had changed in Australia is they put all the pre-orders to the top, and then it was the rest of the stuff. Well, they haven't updated that in the UK. Luna. And now I know some of you have picked this up. So that's on the 8th of January. And I do believe that this is on the retiring list for this year already. They've got Wait in Canada. Hang on. Let me have a look. We can't leave out the Canadians. If I know we've got Canadian following, then we will shop CA. Jumping on to the Canadian website, let's have a look. So we'll bounce between all four. I think you share the same. Yeah, I think the Canada and America, your warehouse is Mexico, isn't it? So you should have the same stock levels, but obviously now I've got the Canadian website up and running as well, so we can just easily bounce between all four. So I can check America, Canada, Australia, and the UK. So obviously Luna is on a massively long back order. America 76467. Nope, not a problem. So over in the States, a problem whatsoever. I'm just going to cheat because I'm now typing it in 4 times. I'm just going to copy and paste it once, and then I can just copy it once and paste it 4 times. So the Australian dollar, that's on a big back order look of 80 days. And over in Canada, still available. So available in Canada and America. So yeah, it's you got plenty of options. Flintstones was a nice set. Flintstones the boy. Gareth, it was an amazing set. I got it. Lego ideas. Why not? We just randomly type that in. So it was missing some of the kids though, wasn't it? It was missing some of the minifigures, but this is the one that you guys and girls are talking about. Box artwork's nice. Lego ideas set number 24. So yeah, fantastic looking thing. It had obviously it had the sticker of the dinosaur, didn't it? I think, but it just didn't have the little turds there. That's all. It just didn't have the little kids. But roof comes off. It's got open bits and pieces on the. Obviously, that's a good scale because you can fit all 4 of them in there, and the build's quite nice as well. Because they went through a phase of doing this sort of stuff, didn't they? With Sesame Street, Winnie the Pooh, the Flintstones, all this sort of same size scale thing for the ideas, and it was quite nice that they were doing this kind of thing for the ideas. But the minifigures are great, and the bowling alley that goes at the back. So yeah, I've got it. It's just tucked away in the display somewhere. I've actually hidden it. It's been in plain sight the whole time, but nobody's really clocked on to where I've actually put it. Right, let me catch back up with the chat. Let's see what's going on, and then we will carry on with what is where. So let's go back up. Hang on, bear with me. God, sorry, I've really missed loads of people. Right, I've only seen the first 2 seasons. Pretty good show. Yeah, so 1492. You got like 13 or 15 seasons from Master of Ninjutsu. There is another TV show as well. But I say to everybody, if you're getting into the show, it doesn't matter if you're small or big, just start with the Rising Dragons. Watch that, then go backwards. 7456, got the Creel house, got the giveaway as well, had an alarm ready. Fantastic. Congratulations on that. Have to wait until after the watershed to say what I say. Okay. That is absolutely fine. You could just send it to me as an Instagram message, and then I could laugh, and then we can we could go from there. So yep, set of 60 back up. I'm just catching everything up. Ninjago looks to clean up this year with the anniversary sets. I think so. They've done, and don't forget, there's more to come as well for the Ninjago anniversary stuff, because I checked were due to come. And there's still like another 8 sets from Ninjago this year that haven't been announced yet. So on the retiring list, you've also got the sets that are due to come out. They've got the set numbers, just with question marks by them. And because we're still missing a 15th anniversary set, because we haven't got all of the characters yet, which I was working it out, wasn't I, on one of the other live streams. So this is now 60 day. Good grief. So we are going to be getting one more. So what is going to be the final set? I think they might give us a big one. I think they might be cheeky and give us a big set again later on in the year. because I hope it's not like a vehicle or anything. It'd be nice if it's another building. Ninjago. So Ninjago looks to clear out. I really wanted this, but I have to wait here. Ninjago Canada. Yep. So I caught back up with that. The only set I missed that I can't get at the moment is the Speed Champions DeLorean. That's from Down Under Collecting. Yeah. So the DeLorean, Speed DeLorean. I'm making words up now. That was gone very, very quickly, as was the Lightning McQueen. So Lightning McQueen was gone 5-10 minutes. So Gareth said it's 80 quid eBay sealed, less than £100 on Amazon, and that's for the Flintstones. Very, very, very good set. It is a very good set. It has more pieces than what thought you had expected. It has more pieces than what you thought. Yeah. So yeah, that is true. Right, fair enough. Yeah, that's right. I'm catching back up the chat. Don't worry. But yes, there is the little 18 van available if you wanted the van. So you can you can pick those up. So UK, it's on a 60-day back order. So that is on the list, obviously, to try and pick up at some point. Over in the States, back order. Ninjago really has done very, very well. To be fair, there's no surprise though, because it's the 15th. Because it's the 15th anniversary stuff. It's not all of the sets that have sold. I just wonder. So we are in Australia, and it's only on to the 17th of February in Australia. It's just, I wonder if because everybody's seemed to have wanted to get the same sets at the same time, how's that affected the sales of the other sets? Because obviously there's a lot of Rising Dragons stuff that might just be on the shelf for a little while, because everybody seems to be getting the more detailed build, and this is in Canada. So Canada's 60-day. 17th of February for Australia, 60-day in America as well. I'm sure you two share the same warehouse, and we're 60 days, so that should be the same in Europe for all of those things. Sean says the One Piece floating restaurant, good discount at the moment, £50 off. What website's that on? Do you think the Old Town set will be available longer? Because it's going to. Well, for the Old Town, you're going to be looking at a shelf life minimum, I would say, of 18 months minimum. I would, going by the retiring list, because we've already looked at the Ninjago retiring list. There's no big set retiring this year. The workshop will probably retire next year. So I would imagine 28 that the big one would be about. It just depends on how well it sells. But a minimum rule of thumb, if the set is bigger, it's normally 2 years, normally. And the Lego City stuff is about a year and a half. But of course, with like the modulars and stuff, they can be up to 3 years. And some of them actually go for 4 or 5. But no, with the big set, you've got until at least mid to end of 2027 at the earliest for that, until that has to start going, because it's a 15th anniversary. Some of the smaller stuff like the blacksmith and things, that might be halfway through 27, and then the bigger set might be at the end of 27 or halfway through 28, just because it's a higher buy-in and a higher price point. So you should have plenty of time to save up some money. And of course, then don't forget, you've got the opportunity of either getting it in a sale from other companies or getting on double points, which you can't go wrong with double points. Now, no surprise with these, is it? So these are 12 of January. These are retiring at the end of this year, going by that list. So these are going to be only out for 12 months, because of course the hype of the show will die down in the next couple of days. So it's obviously done very well in America. How well did they do in Australia? No care in the world for those in Australia. They're still available. And we'll check Canada as well. It's got the exact same day. So America and Canada have to use the same warehouse. So because they both say the 22nd of January. So I would say that's the case. But no, if you pick these up, again, congratulations to you. If you've gone into store today to get any of this stuff, then you'll be licking your lips, so you don't have to wait for that long. Don't forget, there is a poll running. This is just literally, what do you think is best? Rivendell's run everything, and then you've got the big Ninjago, the movie set, which is a beautiful modular, Big Lion Knight's Castle, and the UCS Falcon, all battling it out for second place, which is no surprise. Let's catch back up the chat quickly. Little L Bricks, formerly known as Little Lego. How are we, Little Lego? How are we? Hello to you. Sean says Smiths. Smiths from Sean. Sean. Oh, there. Oh, £50 off at Smiths. So Smiths have got big stuff sets in. If we get time, we'll take a look at that after because they've got the Ninjago stuff available. So that's my backup plan tomorrow if need be. Belgian Bricklink guy only had 10 Oompa Loompas in stock, so brought them all. Cost £149, including shopping, shipping. Would like 100 Oompa Loompas eventually. Ooh. Well, you've got to keep us up to date, Ryan, with your display. Are you going to... are you keeping the Wonkus as the same size? Or are you going to try and sort of tweak it and just you're going to ram it full of Wonkas? 1492 says, I remember the Lego miscellaneous chess set from a few years ago, and that thing stuck around for like 7 years. Yeah, so we were looking at on the retiring list like the day before last, and the Lego ID stuff, the quickest sets to retire were about 18 months to 2 years. The longest that was on there was a grand piano that actually came out in 2020, and that's retiring this year or 2021. It's been on there 5 or 6 years. So yeah, it's for the bigger sets, normally have a bigger shelf life. But there's some big sets retiring this year because it looks like, I would think some of them would change. It's always subject to change. But you've got Gotham, apparently, even though it's been on back order for ages. You've got X-Men Mansion. You've got other bits and pieces. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if some of these move around. Now we are getting into some more back order bits. The Cornish Pixie. I couldn't tell you any. What is it from? What's it from? Harry Potter. It's from. I could not tell you anything about this. I'm assuming. Oh God. I'm assuming this is. Oh, don't embarrass me. I'm assuming. There we go. Obviously, it's a popular thing and it's a popular character, but I could not tell you for love or money what that's from. But the UK love it. America whatsoever. That's not even the same thing. I've got a 250. There it is. They don't care about that either. So that's Australia. And as we know, I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. Canada. They don't care about it either, but at least you can see the prices as it comes through. So for whatever reason, in the UK, the Cornish Pixie is straight away for 60 days. So I wonder if a lot of people in the UK has gone to store and then gone, oh, just come back and they're now just ordering stuff online because there was so much stock still available online this morning that I was really surprised that I know it was a little bit juddery because obviously it takes a little bit to update, and the volume of traffic that was on there last night. But it was, we haven't got to them yet, but the Speed Champions were going. So what we got? We've got the Porsches on back order, the telescopes on back order. Where are the Speed Champion stuff? Let me just make sure that I haven't passed it. Where are they? There, I see the F1 Academy car. Is it going to be on the last page? Yeah, we are getting to it. We are getting to it. Yeah, fine. They've just mixed it all up. So what I'm going to do is, just so I don't miss them, because I know what's going to happen, is if I keep this page ready to start off with the telescope in a second, we'll do all the Speed Champions cars first. Because if I don't, it's just going to go, I'm just going to forget it. So we will start off in the UK for the Speed. And we will just see, because I know the DeLorean for everybody was a big, important set. And don't forget, that was available to pre-order as well. God, just give me the newest stuff. Give it to me. There. So this in everywhere is massive. So 60 days in the UK. In Australia, in America, 60 days for you. Australia, it is fine. 12th of January for Australia. Isn't it amazing how different countries have different things? Like they just like different things at different times. And for Canada, obviously, as we know, it's just the price that we're looking at rather than anything else. So yeah, they've all gone to this because obviously Ninjago we know clearly that Ninjago has done very, very well, but the Speed Champion stuff has really sold well as well, because this was the first set I noticed that sold out on the UK website. So this is on to the 6th of February. So it's not as bad considering it was the first one to go. Yeah, 5 minutes. Was it 5? It was under 10 minutes because I was looking at it. I remember Jay saying, I don't know why people are going crazy for them, because we can get them in a sale. We always get them cheaper at Smith's. So we're in the UK, we're always lucky. But Lightning McQueen did very, very well in the UK. In America, it's better in the States. Or it's 60 days for the States. It's also done well, I do believe, in Australia. Oh, no, Australia's the weakest. Australia's only 12th of January. And then Canada, that is 60 off, 60 days because of it's the same thing. Lockhart, the wet wipe, yeah. The Chamber of Secrets is during the defense against the Dark Arts for the classic Lockhart. Good old Lockhart wet wipe. I hope we can see more Animal Crossing sets. We don't actually. That's a good point, 432. We don't. The Andrea, how are we? Did you manage to get all of your bits and pieces that you wanted to get last night? I'm putting all 100 lumpers on. Oh, no, you're not going to make a disastrous display, Ryan, are you, with these lumpers? The good old Cornish pixie. Yeah, so we didn't have anything new released for the Animal Crossing, but when they came out, they were all sold out in store, because I was actually in store that day they came out, and there was none available. So they did sell out very, very well in certain places, but I suppose it's also what they do around the rest of the world. Because obviously doing this, everybody's got different buying patterns. Right, so the F1 car, well, I say the F1 car from the F1, the movie, again, there's just masses of units being sold for all of these. But this is, because the film is fresh, obviously this is where it's from. The UK, to be fair, it's not a surprise. It's on a bigger back order. Starting to get used to Formula One now. It's just it's taking a bit while to get there because of the tracks that they're doing. It's all too all weird and wonderful. Australia, 80 days. So this is what I mean with the Ninjago set. So if it goes past 80 days, normally it then just says temporary out of stock. That's what it normally says. So it's just a case of waiting and seeing what it does for the Ninjago one, because that will probably come back to instead of it saying coming soon, it will just say temporary out of stock, and then we'll ship in 80 days. It does look a lot more eye-catching when it just says coming soon, though, because you click on it. Whereas if it just says out of stock, you don't want to click on it. So maybe that might be the new technique. So 1492 says the Avatar sets was such a flop, even though they were made to promote the Way of the Water. I think they would have done better if they were a display set for adult fans, a target audience of the film. Yeah, good point. Yes, the Paris Back to the Future car, Lego City Airport, also on back order, Shopping Street, and 3 Creel houses. So did you get all the giveaways with your Creel houses? Because that's the people are struggling to get those this morning. They were easily there last night, but then they were struggling. Right, so we're back in the UK, because we've got all of those other city sets to take a look at, because the airport, there it is on back order, but we'll get to that bit in a second. So the telescope, that is on only to the 8th. It's a nice thing though, 3 in 1, because of course you can basically do whatever it is that you want to do with it and make it up as you go along. So it is surprising, like I say, what sets, especially in the UK, it's quite surprising what sets just disappear when you know you can get them in a sale. But over in America, look at that, 60 days in America. Australia, it's available. They've got no care for stars in Australia at all. They could not care less in Australia for looking at the sky. And 60 days again for Canada at 44 Canadian dollars. But yeah, it's a nice set, the three and one. So I don't know if anybody picked any of the 3-in-1 sets up last night. If you did, let us know, and I can pop them up on the screen if I miss them for whatever reason. So what I have found with a lot of the movie stuff recently is the movie stuff doesn't seem to be selling very well at all. We're talking about this with the Marvel stuff, and it's not just the Marvel stuff, it is some of the other, because the Avatar sets because they haven't got any Avatar sets for the new film, have they? They did them and they couldn't get rid of them, and now they've just gone, no, I'm not doing them unless I've missed them and they came out a long time ago, because obviously the new Avatar has just come out, but there isn't any sets to go with it this time. But didn't the Lego sets come out film? So it sort of wasn't in proportion with everything. So again, you can see America is 60 days on this one, whereas the 8th of January. And in Australia, 80 days. Another 80-day one. Oof. Because the problem with Australia, they haven't got any. They've got the world's biggest Lego store, but of course Australia is enormous. So you'd have to drive like 3 days from one part of Australia to another just to get there. They haven't built them everywhere. Yeah, the airport is very impressive. That went on back order in the UK very quickly. So it's this one where we just happen to be here now. So this is the 8th of January. I think it just screams Die Hard to a lot of people, doesn't it? I think I can see a lot of people mocking this and making this look, really very nice indeed, with just, come on, doing different bits and pieces with the parts. I do like the fact it's got all the bits and pieces on the inside as well, so it does look very smart. But how is this one doing around the rest of the world? So no care in America, still available, no problem whatsoever. Australia, no. Oh, Australia, they give me a different set. That's what we want. No, Australia, which means with Canada, we know that is still going to be available, but it's 129 Canadian dollars on that one. So yeah, I thought of all the stuff that was going to go, it would have been this one. But the city sets are everywhere, aren't they? Because they'll be at Costco, Walmart. Over here, it'll be Argos, John Lewis, Smith's, every single food supermarket place that you can think of will have all of these. WH Smith's, they'll be in the service stations, they'll be in Toys R Us, they'll be everywhere. So it's when it's everywhere else bar the Lego website, like I said, you can get it on a discount. So maybe that's what people are waiting for. But the thing that goes with this, I'm tempted to pick this up at some point. The Dragon of Life. Oh, Jay's car is on back order. Jay, your car's gone. 6th of February. Now, is he? He might have his memory back then, because he's back to his other hairpiece. So, because don't forget, we're in series 4, and he still doesn't know who he is. So Lego are literally spoiling their own TV show with the sets that are coming out. So a quick look for Jay. If Jay flies to America, he can still get his vehicle. Australia, fine, and obviously Canada. That is your price at $69.99 Canadian dollars. So that's the 3rd or 4th set now. See, for me, I've got no use for any of the vehicles, but it's the minifigures, isn't it? As I said, this is the new faction that they're going to be fighting. I think a lot of people will want these in their collection because they look ridiculous. Andrea did order the pre-order the Ninjago sets about a week ago. 1492. Excuse me. I say that the Black Pearl set is for January 26th. During this stream, it goes back to 60 days. Oh, well, There you go. You've inspired people to go to the American website and buy it. That's what we'll say it's for. And yeah, no new Avatar sets for Fire and Ash. No, I thought that was the case. Yep, the Lego City Airport is a good one. Matt, the Ninjago displays in stock in Amazon Canada. This is not a drill. Well, get yourself over to Amazon in Canada. Yeah, because over in the UK, I've got plenty of places I can go to and get it. So, and it's a really good price. It's not going to be put up. So there we go. I'm assuming you've already ordered it though, so you're just going to have to wait. But it's not a bad thing to wait for. But it is not a drill. The Ninjago display set, the one that is got all the figures in, is now on Amazon. And don't forget, you can order in the. If we had time, we could easily go to John Lewis, we could go to Smith's, we could see all these UK websites and see all of their new stock that they've got in. So if I don't have time tonight, because we're not going to have time to do that tonight, we'll just be doing that tomorrow. And basically, what store has what new stock for 2026? Makes sense. If you've cancelled it, as long as you're guaranteed to get it, you can easily cancel it within a certain time frame. Get it by Saturday. Get it in hand. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Somewhere else, but in Sweden, it seemed to be quite expensive. For example, the Ninjago house costs £104, so I often buy third parties. Fair enough. Yeah, because it's 89, isn't it? The new house. So I'm not too sure why it is in Sweden a little bit more expensive. But yeah, these figures, I think they're going to be quite sought after. I think with how they're doing the show, no spoilers for anybody that wants to try and catch up, but they've basically all got split up at the end of series 3 and they've gone to completely different realms. So the Green Dragon is one realm, but this is a completely different realm, and then there'll be another realm. So we've now got basically 3 stories being told, which means they can now sell 3 times as many different factions and whatever else as they want to do. So, and with so many more Ninjago sets coming in 2026, because we've got a second wave, it'd be the same volume of sets again, but probably June, July, I would imagine. It'd be halfway through the year. So it's it's an expensive time. But this is another thing that did really well. So I say really well. It's gone on back order, so it's obviously it's popular. I don't know. Again, it might be a place that you could just walk into store and get it absolutely no problem. It's a chunky thing, and again, it's got this new face on it where you can easily get in and out and do the little bits and pieces, and you can move the steer. You got the steering that you can move the bits and pieces around as well, which they haven't done that for a very, very long time. But has it transcended across the world? So do the Americans care? No. Australia care? No. And which obviously means Canada doesn't care either. But again, like I said, the Lego City stuff, it's so easily available to get for the Lego City stuff around the world that I am quite surprised that they have gone on a little back order. Mark, good evening to you. Hopefully you are okay. According to Brick Tap, there will be double points event on the end of January. Ooh. I'm trying to think what they did last year. Yeah, I can't remember. If I didn't want to just get the new Ninjago set built, I would have waited. But I've got a free couple of days, so I'm going to go off and get it tomorrow, and then start building it up over the weekend and next week. So it doesn't bother me too much to a certain extent, but that is also really handy to know for any sets that you guys and girls are thinking that you want to get before they retire, because you're going to have to start getting technical and tactical, because a lot of sets that are going to be retiring in 26, a lot of places now won't have the stock. So don't forget, the sets that are retiring halfway through the year, places like Smith's in the UK and John Lewis don't have them anymore. So you just got to be a little bit careful with the different bits and pieces. So we're now getting into our mix of pre-order stuff. Oh, of course. Didn't even think about this. So we've got 3. Well, we'll start off with this. Didn't even think to check about this last night. Completely forgot about any of the Marvel stuff, to be honest. This was the really very good valued sets. Isn't it funny? The 2 sets that come with the most minifigures that are at a good price point sell out instantly. There's no surprise with that. So do the Americans care? That's on a 60-day back order. Do the Australians care about this set? They do as well. That's on an 80-day back order. So the UK has top trumped everybody, which means it's past 80 days. That's how we know that's how it works. So, so America is 60. I'll put it in for Canada because I feel bad not doing the Canadian website as well. So Canada's there. Oh, look, it's 60 days. There we go. So I wonder, I wonder why. So that obviously sold very, 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 very well. But yeah, so because it's unusual that you see the stuff that say temporary out of stock, because obviously it's just a very, very popular set. So stuff like this might sell very well now in our other toy shops, because people might just be thinking, well, I'm not going to wait 3 months because they want it in hand, and they'll go and do it. Now, the Harry Potter set, is it important? Because this is the newer one, isn't it? Yes, it's 25th. Yeah, so this is the newer one. So again, this went temporary out of stock. Did the trend carry on around the rest of the world? That's not the right set. America, isn't it weird? It's so bizarre. So past 80 days in the UK. In America, now. It's the buying patterns around the world. That's why they've got to make so many different sets for everybody. Yeah, Australia. I wonder if there's a problem. I can't imagine. Or maybe it is. Maybe the Potter fans are just mental in the UK. I'm sure. I'm sure a few of you would have got that today, but to go past an 80-day back order online. But again, it's at $12.99, isn't it? It's at a good price point. It's at a good gift price point for people. And if you needed to get over the threshold to get the car, it would be a set that you could potentially add in. Let's go through. So, Aussie, how are we? I totally forgot the US has a different time zone. So I've got some states where 2 hours ahead. So I was late and had to go back. If you got them, it doesn't matter, does it? You had to back order them. No, not yet. I will have a look at the Minecraft. I'm just going through them. So it's just whatever order it is on the UK website and then comparing it to the other sites. And then I will just go through the main bit. So no, we haven't done Minecraft yet. So we'll have a look at that in a little bit, DJ. There's no guarantee the horse will be there at the end of January, though. No, that is very, very, very true. So the giveaway horse, which is an extraordinary set for a lot of people. Ryan is collecting his horses. He's going to have them flying all over his Willy Wonka display. For me, it'll be the Eiffel Tower or maybe the Natural History Museum. So that's the way you've got to start thinking now with regards to the sets that you can't get anywhere else. Like the Natural History Museum at the moment still has not gone into a sale anywhere, but that might change potentially if Smiths lose it and give it to somebody else. As you know, it'll go on sale in John Lewis or Argos. Or then you've got the option of getting the exclusives in store, which is, of course, is the Eiffel Tower. So, yeah. Mark says, I got 2 of the new sets. I got the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. That's fantastic. Yep. And the Lego Dreams Nightmare Scorpion Digger today at the store in Manchester. That's it. You can walk into store and pick some of the. You can walk in some of these sets up, but some of them are on a huge back orders. That's a good thing, Mark, to get those. The Enterprise obviously is still on back order. The new Coast Guard thing as well, 8th of January. It just seems to be that the city stuff is only on back order in the UK. I wonder why. I'm assuming. Yeah, of course. In America and Canada, are your stores open on New Year's Day? Like non-Lego stores, like your toy shops? Like, is Walmart open? Is it a bit like Boxing Day where everything's just crazy and open? Because in the UK, it's like a 50-50. Some of them are open, some of them are closed, but all the toy places are shut to a point. So I wonder if that's why people are ordering it online, because they just couldn't get out and get it today, where they could have just gone out tomorrow and got it. But who knows? Right, so you've got some out of stock. We've got the trainers. So again, another one that sold very, very quickly was this. So this was another one that people jumped at for whatever reason. I did say when they did this, I wonder if this is going to be their new line of architecture sets. Because it's a bit like the Batman artwork, because they've sort of they've done triple skinned it and put 4 skins in on other bits and pieces. So as it looks like it's like a postcard, it's like a bigger version of a postcard, but it looks like it's got a lot of depth because that does look very, very clever. But it doesn't look like it takes up too much room. So if they're going to carry on doing these, it wouldn't surprise me now with how quickly this has gone on to back order in the UK, and it did it the same thing in the Australia, but it didn't. I know it didn't. Oh, it has. Ah, there we go. So the Americans have caught up because it's also on a back order in obviously America. So this kind of makes you wonder if this is going to kickstart off a new line because they're just going, oh, people actually do like it. Because I can't remember. So it's 80 days look in Australia when they've always done the newer architecture sets. Remember the ones that were like the long lengths? They never went into a back order. That's obviously the Canadian price. But this is one of the first ones in ages where it has gone into a back order, and that's worldwide. It's gone into a back order as well. So whoever designed that must be like, thank you. I did a thing. Where are we going through? Do I have Discord? I'd love to show you my 40. I don't, but I can download it, and we can do it next time if you want. If I was on the software that was on yesterday, I could have just emailed you the link, and you could have just jumped on. Because that's how I did it with Jay yesterday. But I'm not. I'm using YouTube software tonight, so I can't invite anybody on. Otherwise, I would have loved to have seen that. So because I'd love to show you my $40 Canadian $40 Canadian Ninjago off-brand book nook. Ooh, no, I can't, which is a shame. Yeah, if I set it up on the other software, it would have been okay. So 14.92. Yes, the hours they are just closed 2 hours earlier than normal when our Lego store closes at least. Oh, fair enough. So it wasn't just your Lego stores that are open though, like all of the other toy places were. Yeah, that's true. Think of the postcards were different though, weren't they? So the postcard stuff. So these are different because they're not under the architecture range, are they? They're under the creator range. So the architecture range, which is what this now is, they kind of lost their way a little bit, and I was getting a bit concerned with what they were doing because it was this. This is what it was originally. All of these are going, and these are perfect minifigure scale. And it was just a really nice thing to pick up when you went around the world. So you could just pick it up and you just built them and you could put them on a shelf and look nice. But then they just stopped because they just weren't selling the units very well. And then there was a big gap, wasn't there? And then which one did they do first? It was either the Notre Dame or the Fountain. Because this is also retiring, isn't it, for the first time in forever? This is on the retiring list for this year. This has been out for 5-6 years because the White House has gone. All of these have all disappeared. So Chicago's gone, United States Building Capital, Burj Khalifa, all of them. And some of these are worth a fortune as well. Like they're worth a lot of money now, but they just stopped. They just stopped the line completely. It just didn't do too well. You can see that they are still getting rid of them. So I'm obviously on American website, but yeah, these have been lingering around for ages. They just couldn't sell them for whatever it was. They were the same. Like Paris was the same over in the UK. It just couldn't sell. And then they did these bigger buildings, which obviously is what they seem to be getting into. They seem to be getting into the larger architecture buildings. Like this is the new one, isn't it? This is the one that's just come out. So this is a beautiful looking thing. You can see 3,400. Like they're very, very detailed things, but it does now look like they're going for this sort of thing, mixing it in with this sort of thing. So it does seem to be that the architecture range has been revived, which is a good thing if you're an architecture fan, because I generally thought, I don't know what direction they're going to take it. And I thought, oh no, that's this. It's never good to lose its own not made up line, but obviously they've got to get the licensing for their name. But I don't know how it obviously all works with regards to the fees and things. But when it's just got like the city of Paris or like Paris with love, well, they're not going to pay anything for that, are they? That's just their own interpretation of that. So it's just Lego's own IP, which is a good thing that we're not losing its own IP. Right, as we go through, so it is. I reckon that's true, Ryan. I reckon if we plastered that round with a load of Christmas lights and then just put "Welcome to Blackpool" with like a dirty beach in front of it, it just looks exactly the same. But yeah, so we've got people wanting the long length Eiffel Tower in double points. And of course, the postcard one is seller around the world. So that's done very, very, very well. Seems to have done extremely well in Australia. So 80-day back order for that one. Let me just catch back up with the chat before we move on. I've got the horse and car parade. Happy days. Well, the horse and the car parade, should I say? I like that car parade. I think it's a nice looking. Thing. Yeah, the castle's gorgeous. John, the first thing John says in 2026 is insulting everybody else that has been on the stream. You're on your own with that one, John. I'm assuming you're talking about the poll, and it's because the Rivendell is beating the UCS Falcon. But we have been saying about this all year that we think that the Rivendell is the next flagship set going up against the Falcon. So I think that's I think when the Falcon's retiring this year, I think the main set that the Lego group's going to have for 2026 is Rivendell, and that's why I think it's going to be. I think that's why it's been extended. But good afternoon or evening to you. Yeah, they've got all the architectures. They are nice. They are really, really nice. But this obviously how they're doing this now. I think it has saved. I think it saved the line, and clearly across the world it's selling. So UK, America, and Australia all on. The UK is actually the worst, and to be fair, it's no surprise, is it? Because well, it's French, so that's probably why they've got that internal battle. But yeah, further afield, 80-day and 60-day for Australia and America. You can't really go too wrong with that. So I think they're going to do some more of them. It wouldn't surprise me. Because they didn't do many of the other architectural stuff. They did maybe 2 a year, and it was just a nice little thing to build up. They weren't massively expensive either, so it was okay. There's an aquarium. We'll move on, and of course. So this is doing its thing. Did this one go anywhere? So I will check, obviously, the other sites, but. What's this doing in the States? Because some things in America is gone, and other stuff not doing anything. Yeah, see, look, 6 states. So you can walk in, you can get this now. How did it do in Australia? Australia is 12th of January. So it's just the UK that's not gone for Iron Man. So depending on what set it is, it's either been 80 days for America, 80 days for UK. The only thing that the UK has done is actually managed to sell out the little Marvel set, whereas the America and Australia was 60-day and 80 days. So that's an impressive feat. And of course, we'll show Canada some love just so you can see the price, which is that pricing for you. And of course, it's going to be 60 days for that. No, the Shire didn't do anything. The Shire got knocked out. The Shire got battered by the Shire lost to Star Wars stuff. So no, we did that already, John. So it's you don't. The Falcon made it through, and the Rivendell made it through, but Rivendell's won every single poll. So this poll's why they're retiring the Falcon. Yeah, well, the thing is, the Falcon's going to come back out with a vengeance, isn't it? When it gets redone. So, yes, Oompa Loompas and Hobbits. We've all got to go in on there. Just scalped most of the Creel houses. Fantastic. Boom Basket Chicken. How many did you get yourself? 10? 12? Yeah, so the Creel house is still available in Australia. So just get your passport out, fly over to Australia. and you can pick it up absolutely no problem over there. It's just America and the UK, it's disappeared. So we are getting into some of the older, not the older stuff, but there we go, Daily Bugle. So what's that on? 8th. And we still don't know anything about a larger Marvel set either, do we? We don't know anything about that. That's not the correct set at all. No. So in America, you can just pick it up, no drama at all. So in the States, absolutely fine. And absolutely fine in Australia. If for whatever reason, it's only the UK that seems to be getting the Lego City stuff, or like the Lego City Marvel bits and pieces. Well, I take that back, because I have just been saying that the Canadian website uses the same warehouse and it's on back order until the 22nd in Canada. So there we go. So even though it's had exactly the same dates for everything, this is the first set that Canada and America can't agree on. And it's all over Marvel. There we go. So fine. So it was worth opening up that extra tab for Canada. So I've now got to remember to do that in the future, because I'm just looking at everybody that's got different warehouses. We've already checked on the F1 team, and that's from back order for a couple of weeks all the way through. And now we're going into the Minecraft, because that just is, because that was the first thing to get announced. So it's like the last thing. So Minecraft is 60 days in the UK for this. That did not hang around at all. What's it doing in the States? Available. You can just walk into, you can just type it in on the American website. The American website has got lots of stock available. Australia is 100, still available. And the Canada website, absolutely fine. So yeah, it's just us for whatever reason. So 60 days. And that will be a true 60 days as well. They don't really catch up too quickly for those sorts of things. Yeah, so yeah, the poll been running for, we've done it for weeks and weeks and weeks. So because the Rivendell won the top 32, the UCS Falcon only just beat the Razor Quest. And the Shire didn't even get out of its group. So but to be fair, the Ninjago City, the movie set, the big modular, is a better build than the Rivendell, and it's a much better build than the Falcon. But the Falcon and the Rivendell look better on display. So I built all three of them. But in order, I would go Ninjago City, Rivendell over the Falcon, and then Lion Knight's Castle is what I would, is more sort of, it'd be tight between the two, but the Falcon does look extremely impressive built. Right, so Minecraft, it seems to be that there's back orders for these bits and pieces. So the Fox. Let's have a look. So don't forget, you've got Amazon bits and pieces in for the Ninjago stuff that's gone. Amazon Canada has stock, so I don't know what Amazon's doing in the States. So you might find that you're good to go with that. I did hear that America had a price increase on certain website before everything went live yesterday, which I've never seen that in my life. So I've just seen what that says, a limit of 15 in for that weird thing. So clearly Australia do not like Minecraft, because it's a limit of 5 everywhere else, but it's a limit of 15 everywhere. Bizarre. So that's what they're doing for this. For the Fox. Yep, so all out to bag. So yeah, don't forget the Australia, just to wind everybody up, if you do want it, it's still there. You can pick it up, absolutely no problem whatsoever. So it's madness, isn't it? But I'm assuming I've never played it, so I don't know how popular it is. Minecraft, they are just spitting sets out though, aren't they, for Minecraft? So it's obviously been around for everywhere. And you can see there's lots of stuff out of stock, lots of stuff coming for pre-order. This is the stuff that we've already covered. And tomorrow, like I said, there'll be new sets. There'll be new sets coming tomorrow. There normally is, so there will be some newer bits and pieces. That's what normally happens. Next time US mentions Greenland, Lego will be 20% more in the. Well, yeah, I know. They're tiptoeing, aren't they? They're just going to be like, well, yeah, we're just going to put the prices up over that. So, but the prices are increasing. But at the moment, the Falcon and the Lion Knight's Castle are drawing for second place. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a Denmark's own country isn't going to be for sale. We don't know, DJ. We don't know what comes tomorrow. Or they have got sets already available online for February. So there's only a handful, not many. I'm sorry, March. I do apologize for March. So these came out for what I can't quite get my head around why we got January sets come out in January, and some of the January sets also are coming out in March. So like the Ninjago mech has been revealed with the Ninjago sets, but the Ninjago mech's not coming until March. But then there's still more Ninjago sets to come after. So they could have I'm assuming they just didn't want to release it by itself. So their release schedule is a bit all higgledy-piggledy. But normally on the 2nd of 2nd of January, they'd show off February stuff. But you can see everything else. It's all add to bag, ready to go. So there's nothing now, unless we go. I think it's page 10. We've got to go all the way down. Did anybody pick up any minifigures today? I don't know how easy they were to get in store. I know the BAM minifigures for Ninjago. A lot of you picked those up. But yeah, there's just the pre-orders at the moment for Batman and that motorbike. So we've got more sets. We've got more sets on its way, but they haven't grouped them together, which isn't exactly ideal. I know I didn't type that in properly, but because you've got like the mech, this is available for pre-order, while the other stuff's on back order, but this isn't coming out until the 1st of March. So there's not much stuff for February at the moment. But as it stands, the Creel house you can still pick up without obviously the giveaway. And the shopping street seems to be selling well. A lot of people said that they've seen it built and it looks a lot better in person than what it does on the Lego website. So I think this will start to sell very, very big units, probably in the next double points, possibly. After spending a fortune over Xmas, and this morning I've had to place an IKEA order for another Billy bookcase. Oh no! Oh, you then got to put it all together as well, Brickford. That's just rough. That just sucks. But yeah, just a recap for anybody that's just jumping in. UK giveaways are exactly the same as America. So you've got the parade cards still available, and then you've got the celebration cake, which is the Duplo stuff. Over in Australia, because still got the Creel set. I don't actually know if it's on back order. No, just add to bag. You can just buy it now. No problem whatsoever. So I'm assuming it's the Stranger Things just isn't that popular in Australia, because it seems what America and the UK were 60-day back order in a heartbeat, and Australia is just like, no, I'm fine, it's all okay. The garden, yeah, I think it is. No, I think the Minecraft stuff they do nice. They do interesting like piece usage. I had a really good look at a lot of the Minecraft sets at the airport because I had nothing else to look at. And funny enough, this was the set that was always I was always looking at how easy how fun that would be to put together. But I was also looking at it going, Well, there's a lot of tiles there, so you can actually use that for other things if that went into a sale. But that's another thing that's on back order. So that wasn't even on the UK website. So let's jump to the American site and just see what your buying habits are compared to ours. So we're in America at the moment. Yeah, we are. So these are the sets. So these are some of these are Feb. See, your layout's different to ours. See, every website for whatever reason has a slightly different format. So because when's the train come in? March. So yeah, I don't know how much is coming for February, but you got the Jeep, which is coming March. Oh, it's because Pokemon's coming out in March, isn't it? So they're just literally showing you as much as they can now because it's going to get swallowed. And the Audi, they got that out early because of the new team that's entered. Yes, because on the UK website we just had the bike. So there's the Dragon Mechs March. So that's another couple of sets that are coming out for Ninjago at a later date. That can't be right. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, because I checked at the very, very start, didn't I? So 80-day back order, 60-day back order, Australia and the UK, and America, no care in the world for it at all. But other sets selling out in America, and you can get them easily over. You can get them easily over here. So the Lego van you can only get at the moment in the States. It's on back order. The other two, the Old Town Ninjago set is the only one out of the 3 15th anniversary sets across Canada, America, and Australia and the UK that is available. The hospital wing, I've seen people pick that up today, so that looks good. I don't know what star is it. Just the 8080 that's on back order. So you're in the States, your fries truck. I don't think the Star Wars stuff, because yeah, all those did. The Mando didn't. Yeah, you got the recycling truck, the Hypersport, the Shark. Yeah, it's all still there. Yeah, because that one, the fact that that's actually sold out in the UK, it's temporary out of stock. It's gone past 80 days. Obviously, people must be mad for Harry Potter in this country. Absolutely mental. Right, let's catch up with everybody in the chat quickly. Well, it can't 4320. It can't get sculpted. It's scalped. Sorry, it's the thing is with it. It's the cards are obviously different because it's a limited run. But all of these sets that you're looking at, you have got 2 years to get these. Problem happens with the giveaway, but then the giveaway last night was still available in the UK until 11 a.m. this morning. So it's it's not a thing as such, but people can try and make it a thing because what they'll do is they'll try and sell it online, but then they'll get stung with it because they'll realize that, oh, actually, and then they just end up having to take it back. Street, what you're going to be looking at 2-3 years for something like this. Pokemon will be exactly the same. I just don't know what they'll do with a giveaway because the giveaway will, because everybody just want to buy it and sell the giveaway on. No, so Mattel lost the license. So Mattel's lost the Pokemon license, and the new toy license, officially started with the Lego Group in January, and they're starting things off. Apparently, it's going to be Pokin. That's not very good, is it? Pokemon. No, just it's going to pop up. There you go. Look, so they've got it all on here already. And by the sounds of it, it's going to be big brick built stuff and other stuff. But I think it's all going to be very expensive. Easy pass from me because I really like the Pokemon stuff, but I wouldn't get all the display pieces. But yeah, that's coming. So Mattel lost it. but it's happening quite quickly because if you go into certain toy places, you can still get the Mattel bits. Lego have come out with a press announcement and said it's going to be their biggest ever release for a new IP theme. So they're going to get 2 waves, and there's going to be a huge amount, which they've never done this volume of stuff before. So I think that's why they've got the March sets on the website already. I think. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one for people when that happens. But what I'll do very, very quickly is, just for another couple of minutes, is I will just have a look at Smith's. No, actually, we'll look at John Lewis. We like looking at John Lewis. What has John Lewis got in on their new stock for 2026? So, website in the UK, we then have to look at all of the other stuff that has been added. And I will do this tomorrow. We'll add all the new stuff across everywhere. So if you're from further afield and you want to see what's available in the UK, so the Speed Champion stuff is sold out in multiple places. So it's not just the Lego group it's sold out. It's sold out at John Lewis, but they'll get that back. Is the Lightning McQueen available? Yep. So Lightning McQueen is available at John Lewis if you want to pick it up. Like I said, I'll do this in much greater detail tomorrow. The new Minecraft stuff is, some of it isn't. So they've got the chicken farm building for $17.99. The new Looney Tunes. That's the first time I've seen the Looney Tune. Where's that come from? 40824. Have I not been paying attention? Where did that come from? So apparently that's a thing. It's in other. That doesn't help, does it? Other official. So they've got a random tab on the UK Lego website that is just other. Oh, it's in with the Bugs Bunny. So I must have seen it and it's just not there. Or is it not there? I'm not looking at 15 pages of other stuff. No, it's tough. You've lost my attention. I'm not going to carry on. So yeah, the Looney Tunes. I think that's new. I think they've got loads of Minecraft stuff, which means in the UK you can get this a huge discount in 6 weeks. So you've got to be a bit tactical with your shopping. So yeah, there's lots of pieces that you can do, different pieces and pieces you can get, and obviously this is just looking at the sets in the UK. So this set that's sold out worldwide, I can buy this now online and get it delivered. This one, on the other hand, which is available on the Lego website, is out of stock. So this is past 80 days on the UK website. So this is actually out of stock, like temporary out of stock on the UK website. So this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, just looking at where is the best place to get the stuff. Will they update anything to do with the Shopping Street Modular? So we know. So the Daily Bugle has sold out at John Lewis. The Ninjago sold out at John Lewis. This is sold out at John Lewis. I can't keep saying John Lewis. We're clearly on the John Lewis website. So, yeah. These are available. So all of these that have sold out on the Lego website are available here. These two are fine. The spinners are okay. Star Wars stuff's good. The turtle has sold out. The 3-in-1's good. So yeah, they've got loads of stuff. So we'll go through this slowly. Oh, what is so popular about this 764? What is so popular about the 76460? Why is this such a popular thing? For me, it just goes over my head. So the remake is nice, yes, and 18 sets for Pokemon. Yeah, I think so. There is a lot. Hopefully, Brickford, your delivery for your your Billy bookcase comes in top trumps and everything's all tickety boo. So that's the plan of attack for tomorrow. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow with regards to just looking at the different bits and pieces. So just a quick recap before we round everything off. The Creel house is available still. but the giveaway has gone unless you are in Australia. This, I'm assuming, what they're going to do is, well, actually, they'll probably keep this for a while, won't they? They'll keep this bit up at the top because you can just click on it, and because it's not sold out, it's just on 60 days at the moment. So this is the one which has had the queues outside the store for days, all day, and people coming back from the store a bit miserable because they didn't have enough giveaways with the sets. So I think Bristol, like I said at the start of the stream, had 50 available in store, but they had nowhere near as many giveaways. So yeah, if you managed to get it, fantastic. If you didn't, you didn't. So we will end that. So Rivendell has won and smashed everything again. It's never lost, Rivendell. Rivendell has never, ever, ever lost. So there we go. Right, guys, I think I'm done. So I'll let you guys go say goodbye to each other. Hopefully you have managed to get all the bits and pieces that you want to say. If you've liked the video, thank you very much indeed, because of course it helps with the algorithm for the YouTube thing. So thank you very much for hitting the like button, because like I keep saying, it makes me more popular than what the YouTube think I actually am. But we will, that's it, say goodbye. Right, guys, you take care. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evenings. Good luck tomorrow if you're thinking of getting some bits and pieces. I will do either an evening stream tomorrow or Saturday regarding the stuff that's new in the different places. And I'll keep you all up to date with my haul tomorrow if I can actually get one. So fingers crossed for that. Take care, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.